NYXL will be attacking first. Will we see the double sniper? Will we see a bit of a different look with the Orisa Roadhog? I think we're going to see a bit of a Pharah, actually, maybe from Jonak. I think you'd imagine he's going to swap over to the support, though. I've been waiting to see this guy's Zenyatta, waiting to cast it. We saw a little bit of it already, but it's my turn now, Monty.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this New York team, and I think the desk really did hit the nail on the head in that a lot of the pro players were saying, oh, Arc and Jonak in this meta are the best support duo in this league.
Yeah.
Sure, they did okay, but it wasn't mind-blowing by any means. However, there's very limited on-stage experience for these players, so we may have to wait for them to warm up to the on-stage environment.
There's a big difference between the comfort level of your stream at home and being on stage here in the Blizzard Arena. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time for Jonak to warm up. Looks like he may be pulling out the Bastion here, and yeah, will be that double sniper comp from NYXL as they come out of the gate here. Let's see if Houston can handle it.
And Raucus is actually going to be going for the Roadhog, so single support composition on defense here for the Houston Outlaws. Raucus does play a variety of heroes and can flex off that support, so interesting to see what he can accomplish. And a double sniper, and Linkser, though, gets the first kill straight onto Arc.
That's right, Cool Matt pulled in, but overall NYXL having to back off a little bit and wait for their team to regroup here.
Yeah, one of the things that we saw as more members from New York go down, and they're have to back well off the payload now, is that we saw New York run a lot of McCree and Junkrat together in their last match, and I think most of that was just because they were expecting the Carpe and Shadowburn dive against Philadelphia, excuse me, it was because they were expecting a lot of the dive in their last match. Sure. But when you come into this one, the Outlaws have been playing a very different style. Jake has been most successful on the Junkrat, so it's going to have to take a slower approach.
True enough. Jonak in the back now, swapped over to that Zenyatta. They did switch things up a little bit, as you can see. That payload is finally moving, and Sabielby lurking behind the rest of the team, trying to pull Linkser off that perch, but he's getting healed by the Mercy, though. It's hard to dislodge him from that water tower. Oh, finally Jonak finds it with a right click. Yeah, you're not too maneuverable if you're up there as a Widowmaker, and that is going to be the ticket. Houston striking back with a couple kills of their own, but Sabielby in the back, nice kill on Namuma. Oh, but he gets trapped. Jake there with the revenge. Under fire from Meko, though, gets taken down with the headshot from the Pilot Diva. And they may actually get the payload here through point A. Yeah, Libero with a couple smooth Genji kills, and that should be it.
Quick adjustment from New York, moving over to a dive composition, realizing they weren't going to be able to get onto the payload. Raucus will drop his Roadhog ultimate and just switch over to the Zenyatta right now.
Yeah, makes sense. So that's point A for NYXL. Took a little bit longer than I think they would have hoped, but they are moving.
Yeah, saw plenty of time, not too much of a delay, and they are going to be coming up on a Dragon Blade here quite quickly. They have the support ultimate advantage thanks to Raucus having to switch back over.
Yeah.
So they should be looking pretty good here through point 2.
Well, step 2 is breaking that hard point, and here comes Mano to try to do just that. Libero,
they're all lined up.
There's a Dragon Blade, a lot of damage coming in, being capitalized on by NYXL. Jake reflected, Jake cut down, and that is a pretty resounding team fight win for New York.
Yeah, and that was a perfect storm. Libero realizes that they are all just in a straight line on the high ground, easy to get the dashes, and the Dragon Blade kills in that particular situation. Arc also is keeping the game topped up by using that Valkyrie. They hold on to the Transcendence, however, so still some ultimates to work with. Houston still trying to just wrestle their way back into this ultimate economy.
Yeah, Meko threw out that self-destruct, didn't really find anyone with it. They did get the Transcendence out of Jonak, though, as New York tries to finish up point B here. Mano pops that Primal Rage, and Meko just continues to try to push Houston back, but so far they're only being moved by the Monkey. Will it be enough? Raucus does go down, but I think Houston may have this payload for the moment. Yeah, there's a D-Mech on the Meko, and it's going to be a regroup for NYXL.
That's the power of still having that Valkyrie. So Banny going to pop that and just force out a couple of ultimates from NYXL. They are completely reset now.
Yep.
And this could be a pretty good hold coming in from the Outlaws. They're going to have that Transcendence soon enough. They have two very good zoning ultimates in the Self-Destruct and the Primal Rage. So actually, Houston could hold for quite some time.
Yeah, 2:40 left on the clock for NYXL, and they're going to need to come up with a big fight here if they want to get any reasonable amount of time for point C. And that's where it gets tough on Junkertown. You want to have as much time in the time bank available when you get that far. So they need to take this one and fast.
Yeah, Mano
very
a bit low on the high ground. He's going to have to jump back. Muma maybe a little bit too far in front of his team, but does have that Primal Rage to work with.
Yeah, did he want to use it right there, though? That's the question.
I think that this is great. I mean, if you're going to just sort of one by one use these ultimates to stall out the enemy team, when it's so hard to take point C already, getting that time off the clock now is great.
Valkyrie for Banny, trying to keep his team up again. New York just kind of playing around the side of that. They're going to try to go after him. Oh, and there's a self-destruct. Kumat caught with that one. Brought back up by Banny, though. Libero pops out the Dragon Blade. There's a Transcendence from the Houston side. Gets a Riptire anyway. He just slashed the Riptire out of the air. Insane. He goes down anyway. That is still a sick move. I don't care if he died. It's going to be a win for NYXL at the end of the day through that fight. Cutting down the Riptire is certainly a part of that. And as soon as they can clear off the remainder of Houston Outlaws, they should get point B. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so Houston Outlaws got a lot of time now, only 2 minutes 50 seconds to make it all the way around the U-bend on this final stage of the map. And a lot of teams have been having trouble getting to the end with 5 or 6 minutes left in the time bank. So this is going to be a good position for Houston Outlaws to hold in. The pretty smart use of their ultimates. And both teams are coming in without ults except for Mecco now.
Yeah, they're going to need to have a pretty epic push to finish this one. Big backing off for the moment as NY tries to take the high ground. Gets healed up, of course, by the Mercy, but that payload hasn't been slowed down quite yet. They're waiting for them to turn the corner. And then it's time to strike. Oh, Mecco caught in the trap. Has enough defense matrix to absorb a lot of that, but here comes Riptire again. Finding any targets?
Everybody's just going to try and back off right now.
Yep.
Scattering and...
Sabielby gets it with the McCree. Meanwhile, Muma pops that Primal Rage going in. Gets stunned out. Not too much of a problem, though, as NYXL looks like they're being sent packing. Ooh, a bit of a late Transcendence comes in. Not sure how beneficial that one's going to be. Bonnie uses that Valkyrie, too, just desperately trying to keep people alive, but it's not going to work. That's a rough one.
Arc dying right at 97% too, so not a chance to revive his teammates. Jonak throwing out the Transcendence and a bit unnecessarily, and now Houston Outlaws in a great position to go ahead and stall out the rest of this map.
Yeah, they're doing great. They've got the tools they need. They've got the time bank whittled down to just 1:20. This is their map or their round to win at this point.
Let's see what NYXL is going to do on this next push, how hard they're going to commit. Are they going to try and get some more ultimates available before they make that commitment? But Jake will kill 2, and that will stuff New York.
It's a double concussion mine kill from Jake on the Junkrat. He has been, in my opinion, more impressive on that hero than anything else so far in the season. Let's check out that replay here. Wait for it, wait for it. Oh. Yep. Keep waiting for it. All right, there's a couple. All right, let's toss some stuff in there. That's good. All right, meanwhile, the Riptire lurking on the wall.
I was going to wait this out. They should not go for the attack right now, and they are going to stop it from dealing the damage. So New York knows they had enough time to make it back to the payload. Now, Muma's position right now, trying to punish them as they come in. New York still just waiting. They're going to try to flank around. Libero is on the side now, behind Coolmat.
Being very sneaky here. Mano does go down early. Disaster for NYXL. They need both their tanks. Oh, there's a DMEC on Nemeko as well. And Linkser, not finding the targets with the McCree, gets taken down. Self-destruct comes in from the side of Houston, though, to zone more people. And Mano with that Primal Rage, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Arc has a Valkyrie, but he needs to get those reses. There's the one on Mano, and they need to get people back here in a hurry. They're in overtime, so they need to stay on the payload, too. Coolmat is DMEC. There's an opportunity, and Sabielby taking matters into his own gnome hands with this McCree.
But they still have
Oh,
so
man, do
far
they
to
have
go,
it.
Doa, and Banny is up right now. He's 95% of the way to the Valkyrie. If he can just get over the payload as his teammates revive, they should be able to hold this. Houston falls in their court.
Oh, nice kill on the Linkster. There's a Deadeye.
Oh!
Banny with it. Heroic play from Sabielby coming out. And there's Jonak with the Transcendence. Can they fight their way to a finish here on Junkrat? Sabielby putting everything he's got into this one, but Coolmat zoning him out effectively on that Diva. Dake gets a kill on the Junkrat, and that is it.
Oh, that was
round
nearly
complete. They
some
nearly got it.
heroics from Sabielby to close out that round, because getting the McCree, baiting out the Mercy Valkyrie, and then killing the Mercy with Deadeye was almost the ticket in a tough situation to finish, but they don't make it. Houston do end up holding very close to the end of the map.
Very, very close. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it might as well be there. I mean, it's sitting on top of where it needs to finish. That was a thrilling end to that last round. Let's check that out one more time and see exactly how that one ended. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a different replay from a different part, apparently. This is Libero.
Yeah,
It's
the
pretty
big
sick
team
get
kill.
play. I got baited.
Yeah, I mean, you can't line up more perfectly for a Genji, so that's just a mistake from the Outlaws. You have to know when those ultimates are going to be coming in and how to play against them effectively.
Yeah, that's right. So now Houston with a great opportunity here to win this map outright. If they can finish their attack, they'll take Junkertown.
Yeah, they will. And it looks like we will have Raucus on the Bastion. Of course, many of these teams opting to put one of their support players on a Bastion for the first part of this push.
Jake hovering over the Mei too, which would be cool to see. I mean, we don't see it a lot on this map. I don't think he's going to stay with it, but we did see J-Hong run it.
Yeah, we did.
Dynasty side, so it's not outside of the realm of possibility. I do like it, but yeah, there's a switch to the Hanzo. A little bit more normal, but I think there's something to be said for the Mei.
Yeah, it was used effectively in the preseason by the Seoul Dynasty, but not really seeing a lot of Mei outside of stalls so far. But we also haven't seen Rascal play, who is the other big Mei player for London, unfortunately. I'd like to see more of, that's for sure. It is going to be Libero on the Junkrat, so Widow Junkrat here for New York.
That's right. Here we go. Houston on the attack, trying to get that payload moving fast. Pushing back NYXL already. A little bit of distance going.
Yeah, so no play directly for the cart. Raucus is also sort of skirting around right now. I'm going to jump on the cart after the shield cooldown comes up from Muma. And New York's going to be fishing around the side. Meko is on the flank looking for a hook.
Yep. That's right. Wait for it. Oh, Sabielby gets picked off by Jake. Good start for Houston as they push forward here. Raucus taken down, though. Losing the Bastion hurts this push quite a bit. Oh, and Meko gets the hook, but he seems like he's kind of on his own here. Manages to escape with his life, but Muma very low. Finally getting some healing now.
There you go. Linkser comes around the side of the building to pick off Arc. One-shots him.
Nice.
Maybe what they need. Raucus, however, taken down again. So this may be time for Raucus to switch. That's not what Sabielby can do on the side, and everybody...
Oh, Sabielby getting low. Can he chase him down? Junkrat's right there. He gets the kill. Oh, can he escape from the Junkrat now? No. Libero with some revenge for his teammate, but still a pretty epic duel going the way of Linkser, and that payload is still moving forward. Jake finds Jonak with a scatter arrow, and there's a Dragon Strike just to zone people so they can get the payload the rest of the way there.
Raucus actually did stay on the Bastion, so he's going to make his way all the way back to the payload now. They found an opportunity to have the Bastion safely rejoin the rest of the team.
Yep. Trying to move up to that high point as fast as they can. When you win a fight as the attacker at the end of point A, you've got the opportunity to take the high ground with your Orisa shield here, and it can certainly pay some big dividends.
Yeah, Jake peeking around the corner. See if he can find a nice scatter arrow target. And you can see Houston Outlaws posting well up on the high ground in advance of the cart. Linkser is the only one on the Tracer on the payload right now, so just creating some space with the use of the Orisa shield and the Bastion.
And there's that Riptire. Libero sending it in, and they take it out. Raucus getting the final blow on that one. So NYXL having a little bit of trouble stopping Houston here at this point.
A revive needed for Raucus. Has been the target of choice, and Meko actually going to get Linkser with a headshot, so this may be the Outlaws backing off. No, they're going to come in with the Valkyrie.
All right, they're going to send the self-destruct in there, actually. Shield taken out of the way, any kills from it. Jonak pops that Transcendence just in the nick of time here. They've got Meko in the side. There's the whole hog. Oh, but Coolmat comes in with the defense. Doesn't look like it's enough, though, as Rockets does fall. And Coolmat needs to get that Mercy healing and needs to get out of there. NYXO holding for the moment.
This has been a bit of miscommunication on the ults from New York, though. They're using a lot to hold in these situations, and they're not communicating about res timings very effectively.
There's one. Trying to find that mid-air shot on Arc. Gets him with the second one. And Mano suddenly without a shield. Raucus will chase him down, and he's in quite a bit of trouble. There's the finishing blow onto Mano from Jake as well. And back into sentry mode, and this should be a pretty smooth point B.
And there's the punishment. They know New York used all of their ultimates in that fight, so it's easy for Raucus to come in and mop everybody up with that tank mode. In situations like that, where we need to see more from the support players of New York Excelsior, they're really struggling. They're stacking their ults on top of each other pretty consistently.
Yep, and you just see Raucus using that area damage from the Bastion ult to finish off the Mercy around the corner. And now a little over 4 minutes in the time bank for Houston as they roll into point C here, and they've got quite a bit of time to win this one. Oh, there goes Saviel B. A little early man advantage for Houston.
Yeah, he's not cool. That's not punished for getting into the back line either and creating that kill.
Wow, Linkster.
That was a beautiful snipe on the tire.
Linkster is having a fantastic round on this Widowmaker right now, hitting the shots on players and hitting the shots on the ultimate. Now sneaking behind, looking for that Widow v Widow. No, he's going to take a shot at Arc. Doesn't find it. Meanwhile, Libero does get taken out by Jake in the Junkrat. Mirror, oh, there we go. A little bit of revenge, Widow v Widow. Jake sneaking around the back now. They've still got an opportunity here. Displaced to Winston. Mano a little bit low, and here comes the Riptire. Self-destruct takes out Meko. He's not going to be getting back into that Diva suit anytime soon.
And this is great for Houston. They've staggered them very badly. It's only 3 alive at a time, and that's going to mean New York has to wait for quite a while to make sure they get everybody regrouped and onto this payload. And they still have to hold here for 3 minutes.
Yep, that's right. Need to get it nearly all the way to the end there. And Jake kills Libero again early. Everybody shoring up behind the Orisa shield. There's a Primal Rage from Mano as he dives in. Raucus pops that Transcendence under pressure, keeping his team alive. Coolmat did get demech during that, though. So a problem for Houston as they push forward here. See what Linkster can do on the McCree. Jake's still doing the damage he can. Oh, there we go. Jonak getting taken down by Linkster already, and there's that zoning Deadeye. Waiting for the shot into Meko. Coolmat does demech the opposing Diva in the meantime, and with that supercharger, Houston may have what it takes. Oh, Arc taken out with the flashbang. It's celebration time as Houston rolls forward. I think that is it. It is indeed, and the Outlaws will claim the first map against NYXL.
Wow, that was a great map for Houston. Their communication, their use of their ultimates, much more disciplined on that map compared to what we have seen from them in their first match of the Overwatch League.
No kidding, yeah. Talk about improvements. That was really tight play across the board. You got to give